In this video, we will study why is it important to trade and everything about World Trade Organization. We enjoy enormous benefits from trade. One reason is comparative advantage. Just by rearranging who does what, we can make more stuff even if no one gets any better in doing any line of work. Consider this example. There are two countries, let's say France and USA. They produce just two goods, wine bottles and shirts. If USA spends all the resources producing one good, it can produce either 10 shirts or 10 wine bottles. France can produce either 10 shirts or 30 wine bottles. Now each split their time between producing shirts and wine bottles. France and USA each make 5 shirts, USA make 5 wine bottles and France make 15 wine bottles. In total, they make 10 shirts and 20 wine bottles. Now USA produces just shirts and France produces just wine bottles. Then the total rises to 10 shirts and 30 wine bottles. Now in this scenario, neither France nor USA gets any better at producing shirts or wine bottles. So by rearranging who does what, we get more total stuff. Now key to understanding is opportunity cost. Country USA has to choose to produce shirt or wine bottle. When USA chooses to make one shirt, it gives up one wine bottle. There is an option of trade-off for USA. USA can use this to make shirts or wine bottles. Cost of one wine bottle is one shirt. This is USA's opportunity cost. For country France, her cost of producing one shirt is 3 wine bottles. In the amount of time that it takes France to make one shirt, she could have made 3 wine bottles. So country USA has to give one wine bottle to produce one shirt, but France must give up 3 wine bottles to produce one shirt. France's opportunity cost of making a shirt is higher than USA's. France can improve its situation if she makes shirts less than 3 wine bottles. USA can improve its situation if it can make wine bottles less than one shirt. Let's say country France trades 2 wine bottles to USA for one shirt. They each gain. If country France wants a shirt, she can make or give up 3 wine bottles, or can make only 2 wine bottles and then trade them to country USA. France prefers this lower cost option, so trades. USA also prefers lower cost option. Instead of giving up one shirt to make one wine bottle, USA can trade it for 2 wine bottles. Therefore, more different the countries are from each other, more benefits from trading. Now, WTO is the only global organization dealing with the rules of trade between nations. The main aim of WTO is to open the borders for trade by reducing tariffs, quotas, subsidies, and other barriers to trade. Before going further, let's understand these terms. Tariff. It is defined as tax levied on imported and exported goods. Example, custom duties. Non-tariff barriers. All other trade barriers apart from tariff barriers are called non-tariff barriers. Examples, quotas, anti-dumping duties, countervailing duties, any sort of regulation, red tapeism, etc. Quotas. Quotas is a physical limitation on the quantity of any item that can be imported in a country in a given period. Dumping. It is a practice under which a producer charges lower price in some other country than its own country for the same product. It is harmful for the domestic industries where products are dumped. Anti-dumping duties are imposed on the goods imported from the dumper's country to counteract the dumping margin. Countervailing duties. These duties are imposed on the imported goods to offset a reduction in its price as a result of export subsidy in the home country. What does this mean? Let's take an example. In USA, agriculture is not the main employment generation activity. Agriculture share in GDP is also less. Taking an example, a producer or a farmer in USA, for example, produces 10 kg of wheat for rupees 100. 20 rupees is given by the USA government as export subsidy to this farmer, meaning on condition that whatever he will produce, it will export this to India. So the ultimate cost of production for 10 kg of wheat comes down to rupees 80. Now when this USA farmer will import this stuff to India, they will charge less for the wheat because of the subsidy. Now, this is very harmful for Indian farmers. To take care of it, India will levy CVD, that is countervailing duties. The rules of trades are the outcome of WTO agreements. WTO evolved today is outcome of round of talks held at various times. Uruguay round of talks started in 1986 by GATT members. They called for a stronger organization to resolve trade disputes and extend the trading into areas like services and intellectual property, and reform trade in sensitive areas like agriculture and textiles. Finally, WTO came into existence in 1995. After the Uruguay rounds, another round of negotiations were adopted, namely Doha round of talks. Here, Doha Development Agenda was launched that gave weightage to less developed countries. This agenda was discussed at various meetings and conferences, but negotiations were stalled in 2008. The issues were related to agriculture export subsidies of both developed and developing countries, access to patented medicines, and special treatment given to developing countries. There were attempts to revive the negotiations. Then came Bali Package in 2013. The package added the temporary peace clause stating that food security programs of countries will be appreciated even if the subsidies under the programs breach the limits as per WTO agreements. In 2015, Nairobi Package was adopted. The key highlight was SSM, Special Safeguard Mechanism for Agriculture Products. The SSM allows developing countries to charge additional duties in case of an abnormal rise in imports or in the event of entry of abnormally cheap imports. Also, there was agreement to phase out export subsidies. Though it's not legally binding, matter cannot be brought to dispute settlement. But in Nairobi Declaration, questions were raised by developed countries regarding relevance of Doha Development Agenda that was in favor of developing countries. Developed countries are asking for new mechanisms. Now let's talk about the debates that happen within WTO with respect to agreements. We will discuss agreement on agriculture, agreements on goods, agreements on services, and agreements on IPRs, that is intellectual property rights. Agriculture. Most controversial area. Developed countries look at agriculture from purely commercial point of view, whereas developing countries not so much. Reason being, in developing countries, majority of population is dependent on agriculture as major source of employment. Plus, food security is a strategic issue in developing countries. Agriculture negotiations fall into three categories: market access, export subsidies, and domestic export. Market access. Kind and number of products to be traded or given market access. There is high disagreement. There is issue of SSM also, as discussed before. Present status is that there is no such agreement on this. Coming to export subsidies. Developed countries continue to provide export subsidies that impact the developing countries. The third is domestic export. It is a major trade distorting measure. Here the subsidies are categorized into three boxes: green box, blue box, and amber box. In green box, whatever the products are, there is no limitation on the amount of subsidy that can be given. Purpose is research and development. In blue box also, there is no limitation on the amount of subsidy. Example can be animal husbandry or allied sector. But the problem comes in amber box. Directly impacts the amount of production, whatever the subsidy is given. Therefore, there is a limitation on the amount of subsidy that is allowed. Developed countries cannot give the subsidies more than 5% of the total value of agriculture produce, and developing countries cannot give more than 10%. Now the issue is that in quantitative terms, the 5% of developed countries is many more times than the 10% of developing countries. So what's the present status? Developing countries could not understand the politics of boxes. Developed countries continue to provide subsidies in the form of green and blue box. Developing countries want that subsidies under green and blue boxes should also be made limited, or public procurement for food securing countries be brought under green boxes. Now coming to NAMA, that is non-agriculture market access. NAMA covers commodities excluding those covered under Agreement on Agriculture. In NAMA sector, developing countries have taken deeper cuts because they still maintain high tariffs. But for developing countries, custom revenues form important segment for financing their infrastructure and developing policies. Under this, developed countries have already reduced their tariff, but despite reducing tariffs, export of developing countries has not increased much because of non-tariff barriers imposed by developed countries. What is the present status? There has been disagreement over the formula that is to be used on tariff reduction. Earlier countries adopted Swiss formula, but now consensus is getting diluted on this formula. The third is trade in services. Very limited progress in this sector. It is voluntary in nature and based on the principle of reciprocity. For example, software services. Then comes the agreement on IPRs, that is intellectual property rights. Maximum number of cases that are settled by dispute settlement body pertain to IPR. The most disputed area has been pharma. Under TRIPS agreement of WTO, it was made compulsory to recognize patents for pharmaceutical industries. Owing to this, countries such as China and India, which have built strong manufacturing capacity in pharmaceutical sector, might no longer be able to produce generic versions of patented drugs. This restriction will substantially undermine the supply of drugs to African countries. But as per WHO, every year 10 million people dies because of infectious diseases and 90% of them belong to developing countries. Therefore, after health crisis in Africa, WTO members have accepted compulsory licensing. A compulsory license is a provision whereby government allows a third party certain rights over a patented product without the consent of the patent holder. It is a tool used in public interest in the case of health emergencies and to prevent the patent holder from monopolizing the market. But developed countries want revision of this compulsory licensing norms and want to restrict the export of generic medicines. Present status is there is a deadlock. WTO is important for developing countries, especially smaller countries. International trade or WTO members now exceeds 90% of the global trade. WTO has played a key role in tariff reduction. Despite achievements, WTO has often been criticized on the grounds that it interferes in national sovereignty. But the main aim of WTO is to open the borders for trade by reducing tariffs, quotas, subsidies, and other barriers to trade. For more information on WTO, go to polscienceweb.com.